All right, so on to the next little bit of solving simultaneous equations. Now, this is a little bit different. The setup is a little bit different from what we've done before, but let's take a look and I can show you it is pretty much the exact same. So two lines on a graph have a single point where they intersect. So that is where they cross over here. Find the coordinates of the point of intersection. So at that point, we are going to have a single x coordinate and a single y coordinate. So we need to figure out what the x coordinate is and what the y coordinate is. So essentially, what it's asking us to do is solve to find x and y. And I've got these two different equations here, and I can just set them up as a simultaneous equation. So I've got that 2y minus 5x equals 13, and I've got that 3y plus 5x equals 2. So that's my equation 1 and my equation 2. And so now I'm just going to ignore the whole graphing and I'm just going to solve it like I have been doing before. So here I've got this minus 5x and that plus 5x. So all I need to do is add my two equations together because they have the alternating signs and the numbers are the same. So 2y add 3y, that's going to give me 5y. The x's are going to cancel out, and then 13 plus 2 is going to give me 15. Then divide by 5 on both sides, and so I've got y equals 3. And then same as before, I've got to substitute that in, so sub y equals 3 into, and I'm going to substitute it into equation 2. So I'm just going to write out equation 2 again. So that's going to be 3 times 3 plus 5x equals 2. So that's going to be 9 plus 5x equals 2. Take away the 9 on both sides. So I've now got 5x equals negative 7. And then divide by 5 on both sides. So x equals negative 7 over 5. Now, because the context is a little bit different, we're not just going to write out y equals 3, x equals minus 7 over 5. We are being asked to find the coordinates. We need to figure out what the coordinates are. So all I need to do is set my coordinates like so. And my x coordinate is going to be that minus 7 over 5. And my y coordinate is 3. You must make sure that you do write it out as coordinates, otherwise you are not answering the question properly. So let's take a look at one more example of that. So here it's a little bit different. This time I don't have the graph, but I'm just being asked to find the point of intersection of two lines with the following equations. So we've been told these two lines are going to cross over, and we've got to find that intersection point. So here I've got my equation 1. There I've got my equation 2. Looking at it, at no point do I have a shared number with my pairings. So I'm just going to focus on the middle part. And I'm going to multiply equation 1 by that 3. And I'm going to multiply equation 2 by the 2 there. So I'm just going to write over here. So 1, I'm going to multiply it by 3. And equation 2, I'm going to multiply that by 2. So I've got 15y plus 6x equals 24. And then I've got 6y plus 6x equals 18. So that's my equation 3 and my equation 4. So looking at them, I've got this plus 6x and I've got that plus 6x. So I've got to subtract them. And luckily my equations are lined up quite nicely, so I can just take away the 4 from the 3. So I am just going to do equation 3, take away equation 4. So 15y take away 6y, that's going to give me 9y. The 6x's are going to cancel each other out. Then 24 take away 18, that is going to give me... It's going to give me 6. And then dividing them both by 9. So I've got y equals 6 over 9. I can simplify that. And I can divide them both by 3, which is going to give me 2 over 3. So then I want to substitute that into one of my formulas. So in this case, because we've got that fraction, you want to look for the equation that's going to give you the easiest time with that fraction. And I'm going to say that's equation 2 because I've got this 3y. That means when I substitute the 2 over 3, because I've got the 3 as my coefficient, that's going to help get rid of that fraction a little bit nicely. So I've got 3 bracket, let's write out our equation 2 fully. So I've got 3y plus 3x equals 9. So that's going to be 3 times 2 over 3 plus 3x equals 9. So then at that point there, 2 over 3 times 3, that is just going to give me that 2. Then I'm going to take away the 2 on both sides. Continue that on up here. So that's going to give me 3x equals 7. And I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides to give me x equals 7 over 3. And so then at that point, I've got my two values, and so my equation, my coordinates are going to be 7 over 3 and 2 over 3. Remember, that's my x and that's my y. Let me know if you have any questions at all. And again, the main thing with these coordinates ones is just making sure you do put them as coordinates. And if you ever do come across a fraction like so, just try and find the equation that's going to make your life the easiest to work with that fraction. And yeah, good luck with the work.